Hello guys, welcome to another video. Hope you guys are very well. Today we're going to talk about Jeff Bezos, how he grown his Amazon. So let's talk about. Before Jeff Bezos became one of the richest men in the world, he was simply a curious boy who liked to ask questions. Not the kind of questions that get applause. The kind that make people uncomfortable. He always wanted to know why things worked the way they did. Why systems were slow. Why rules existed. Why people accepted limits without testing them. From a young age, Jeff learned something important. Most people live inside invisible boxes and never try to escape. He grew up in an ordinary environment. Nothing luxurious. Nothing special. What made him different was not money, but curiosity. He loved learning, building, and understanding how things could be improved. While other kids played without thinking much about the future, Jeff spent time reading, experimenting, and imagining possibilities. He didn't dream of fame. He dreamed of creating something useful. As he grew older, Jeff became excellent at school. He worked hard, not to impress others, but because he enjoyed mastering difficult things. Math, science, systems, these were puzzles to him, not obstacles. But even with intelligence, life was not easy. People often misunderstood him. Some thought he was too serious. Some thought he was strange. Others didn't see anything special at all. And that's important. Because success stories rarely begin with praise. After finishing his education, Jeff did what society considers success. He got a good job. A stable job. A high-paying job. He worked on Wall Street. From the outside, it looked perfect. Money, security, respect. Everything people are told to chase. But inside, Jeff felt something was missing. Every day, he watched systems that could be better stay the same. He watched opportunities ignored because they felt risky. He watched companies choose comfort over innovation. And slowly, a question started growing inside him. What if I don't try? That question scared him more than failure. Jeff realized something very deep at a young age. Regret is heavier than risk. So instead of staying comfortable, he made a decision that shocked people around him. He quit. He walked away from safety. People told him he was crazy. They said the internet was a trend. They said online shopping would never work. They said he was throwing away his future. But Jeff wasn't chasing approval. He was chasing possibility. With very little money compared to what he would later build, Jeff started working on an idea that sounded simple, selling books online. That idea became Amazon. At first, Amazon was nothing special. No big office, no fame, no respect, just long hours, stress, and constant problems. Jeff packed boxes himself, answered emails himself, handled complaints himself. There was no glamour, and the doubts didn't stop. People laughed. Competitors ignored him. Investors questioned him. But Jeff had one powerful belief. Focus on the customer, not the critics. While others chased quick profit, Jeff focused on long-term value. While others wanted fast success, he wanted something that would last. And this mindset would change everything. In the beginning, Amazon did not feel like success at all. It felt like survival. Every day brought a new problem. Orders were slow. Systems broke. Money disappeared faster than it came in. Jeff worked endless hours, often sleeping very little, constantly thinking about how to keep the company alive. There were moments when failure felt close. Very close. Amazon lost money year after year. People on the outside saw this and laughed. They said, "How long can a company lose money and survive?" Critics called Amazon foolish. Some investors walked away. Others warned Jeff to slow down and play safe. But Jeff didn't think like most people. He wasn't building Amazon for today. He was building it for years ahead. Jeff believed that if he focused deeply on customers, faster delivery, lower prices, better service, everything else would follow. Profit could wait. Trust could not. This thinking confused many people. Wall Street wanted quick results. Jeff wanted long-term dominance. Inside Amazon, Jeff pushed his team hard. Very hard. He demanded high standards. Some employees loved it. Some hated it. Many didn't understand why he was so strict. But Jeff had a reason. He knew that small mistakes, repeated over time, become disasters. So he obsessed over details. How fast a page loaded. How easy checkout felt. How customers felt after clicking buy. To Jeff, these details were not small. They were the foundation of everything. As Amazon grew, competitors started paying attention. Traditional bookstores felt threatened. Big companies underestimated Amazon at first, calling it just an online bookstore. That mistake cost them everything. Jeff quietly expanded Amazon beyond books, music, electronics, everyday products. Slowly, Amazon became a place where people could buy almost anything. Still, profits remained low. People kept saying Amazon would collapse. News articles predicted failure. Analysts mocked Jeff's strategy. But Jeff had something rare: patience. He once said that most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Jeff built Amazon around that belief. Then came a dangerous moment. The internet bubble burst. Companies everywhere collapsed. Money dried up. Fear spread across the tech world. Amazon's stock price fell badly. Many believed this was the end. Jeff had to make painful decisions. Costs were cut. Projects were delayed. The pressure was extreme. But even in crisis, Jeff refused to abandon his core belief. Customer first. Long-term thinking. Innovation over comfort. Slowly, Amazon survived while others disappeared. And something important happened. People started trusting Amazon. Customers returned. Sales increased. Systems improved. Delivery became faster. The brand became stronger. What once looked like foolish patience now looked like genius. Jeff didn't celebrate. He knew this was still just the beginning. Because now, Amazon wasn't just surviving. It was preparing to dominate. As Amazon survived its hardest years, something powerful began to change. People stopped laughing. They started watching. Jeff Bezos understood that survival alone was not enough. If Amazon wanted to lead the future, it had to think bigger than everyone else. Bigger not in size, but in vision. While other companies focused only on what was working now, Jeff focused on what would matter later. This mindset separated him from almost everyone else. Jeff believed that if a company only follows current demand, it will always be behind. To lead, you must create what customers don't even know they want yet. So Amazon kept experimenting. Some ideas worked. Many failed. Jeff accepted failure as part of growth. He often said that failure and invention are twins. You can't have one without the other. This thinking was very different from traditional companies, where failure was punished. At Amazon, failure was studied. This culture allowed Amazon to move fast while others moved carefully. And in business, speed combined with learning is very powerful. One of Jeff's biggest decisions was building Amazon's own technology systems. Instead of depending on others, Amazon built everything internally. Servers, logistics, software, data systems, all designed to scale. This was expensive. It was risky, and many people thought it was unnecessary. But Jeff saw something others didn't. He realized that the future of business would depend on technology and efficiency more than anything else. Whoever controlled those systems would control the market. Over time, this decision changed the world. Amazon's delivery became faster. Warehouses became smarter. Costs dropped. Customers stayed loyal. And competitors fell behind. Traditional retailers struggled because they couldn't move as fast. They were trapped by old systems, old thinking, and fear of change. Jeff was not afraid of change. He was afraid of staying the same. As Amazon expanded globally, Jeff became known as a demanding leader. He expected excellence. He challenged ideas. He questioned assumptions. Some people criticized his leadership style, but Jeff believed comfort was dangerous. He wanted Amazon to stay hungry, even as it grew massive. He warned his employees that success could create laziness, and laziness kills innovation. Inside Amazon, one phrase became famous. Day one. Jeff said Amazon should always act like it was still in its first day. Focused, curious, fast, and customer-obsessed. Because the moment a company reaches day 2, it starts to decline. This philosophy kept Amazon moving forward. Then came another bold move. Amazon Web Services. At first, this idea sounded strange. Why would a shopping company sell cloud computing services? Many people didn't understand it. Jeff did. He saw that Amazon's internal systems were so strong that other companies would need them too. Instead of keeping that power hidden, he turned it into a business. AWS became one of the most profitable parts of Amazon. Quietly, most customers didn't even notice it, but companies around the world depended on it. This single decision placed Amazon at the center of the modern internet. Jeff Bezos had done something incredible. He turned a simple online bookstore into infrastructure for the digital world. And now, Amazon was no longer just a company. It was a force. But with power came new challenges, bigger attention, bigger pressure, bigger responsibility. And Jeff knew the next stage would test him more than anything before. As Amazon became one of the most powerful companies in the world, Jeff Bezos changed too. Not in confidence, but in perspective. He understood that success was never about proving people wrong. It was about staying focused long enough to prove an idea right. The same people who once doubted him now studied him. Governments watched him. Competitors tried to copy him. But Jeff didn't slow down. He believed that the moment you feel comfortable is the moment you start falling behind. Amazon had changed how people shop, how products move, and how businesses use technology. What once felt impossible became normal. Fast delivery, low prices, endless choices. This wasn't luck. It was the result of long-term thinking, patience, and constant improvement. Jeff often talked about one thing more than money: decision quality. He believed that most success comes from making a few good decisions repeatedly, even when they feel uncomfortable. He also accepted criticism. People criticized Amazon's size, its power, its impact. Jeff listened, but he didn't let fear control innovation. He knew that change always creates resistance. Every big idea faces doubt first. Every successful system looks strange at the beginning. Eventually, Jeff stepped back from daily leadership at Amazon, not because he was done, but because he trusted what he had built. A system, a culture, a way of thinking. He moved on to new challenges: space exploration, long-term science, projects that again made people question his sanity. And again, Jeff didn't mind. Because by then, he had learned the most important lesson of all. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need to believe long enough to build proof. Jeff Bezos' story is not just about money or business. It's about patience over praise, vision over fear, and thinking beyond today. He was doubted. He was mocked. He was underestimated. And he kept building anyway. That is how empires are built. Not overnight, not loudly, but steadily over time.